associating with an autonomous college and what they were doing there, and the credit system, semester system, and the multidisciplinary approach, and the options given to the students, like now what we see under the category of MDC, AEC, all the different courses in the NEP now in 2026. That helped me. And thereafter, I was with the college for nearly 25 years. As the, most of my number of research projects I conducted from there. And then that college also, one of the very prestigious colleges, St. Joseph Kuldavagiri, and it attained autonomous, or it got autonomous with little hesitation in 2010, because teachers know that particular period, everywhere they were not sure about what at all it is going to be. Okay. And then we have this NEP came into, and in between the COVID also came into. Then the newer trend of in Kerala and all, many of may be unaware that in generally we feel a situation, or if we face a situation where the students coming to the colleges, the number is coming down and they are going somewhere else. And that all I will be focusing here. So, and then I have the occasion, since it was a repeated college, many students from my college, they got admissions in various national, international universities, organizations, and with the research and all, they used to visit us, and occasionally we used to interact, and plain speaking, a lot of plain speaking it involved, and that enabled me to understand. Okay. Then after taking over in Calcutta University as a professor of zoology, then I was in charge of the PG program, university PG programs, with the introduction of NEP in a different label, 4-year UG program, 5-year UG program, 5-year integrated PG program and all. So it was in 2024. And that led me to understand what exactly the difficulties teachers are facing, institution is facing. And meanwhile, in the colleges also. So they were all clueless, and there was a lot of initial doubt about what exactly, skepticism about what is the need for this NEP itself, why it has been imposed with all these difficulties. So that all I will be, not as a theoretical way, I'll be showing you different reasons why, where do we stand exactly in the world scenario, this country with our education system. And many from engineering colleges are here. And there are various issues. Yeah, especially, as I would say, the first, the slide will be about that great visionary, that is none other than great Rabindranath Tagore. I would request you to go through this slide and what he has said. 1940 or 41, what is the period he passed away? And that great man, he predicted it all long ago. That was a period, no, even before the arrival of all these missionaries, industrial revolution, everything. What he predicted, the same thing is happening now. What he said, don't try to teach the students what we learned from our period of education. Then you must be asking where to go. Yeah, that's what he says. They are born in another time. Now we are in the 4th industrial revolution period. AI, automation, robotics. This was not there while I was doing my PG or PhD, or even till 2000 or 2010. Many of you are doing all your UG, PG studies or engineering studies. All these changes were not there. So now we have to teach a new generation of students, and with a new methodology also. Because earlier days, all these notes or practicals, whatever was available, that was in a shaped, the curriculum was designed to meet the requirements of that era, where online education was not available or not well accepted, or the YouTube or social media was not available. A lot of changes happened. So if you try to do that, that's what Tagore wanted in 19. And what about his education? A great person, Nobel laureate, non-European, the first non-European to get a Nobel Prize for his simple poems. It's all about India, Indian culture, Gitanjali. 19, yeah. And then a person who went to UK for his studies in 1880s. Definitely, he's from a very affluent, rich family. He's from, okay, so he could do that. And he went for studying law studies. He didn't like it. He didn't like it and he came back 2 years after spending there. But during the 2 years of his presence in the European environment, he understood Western literature, or Western culture, Western way of thinking, and he could, compare with the Indian way of thinking. So we have to say Western literature, Indian literature, or Oriental and Western literature, and ultimately he started his own university, Shanti Niketan. So this was what happened. Okay. And then, and because why did he start that? And indirectly, he has stated this statement. And he used one term. Somewhere I have seen that. Manufacturing. Indian education is manufacturing students. Factory, same mold. And we are not providing them. Education of Indian education is not nurturing curiosity and creativity. It doesn't mean all the 100% are like that, but there are students who are curious and creativity, and they do not want to study the same thing again. Sorry, getting marks alone is not the priority. Like our education is all about getting 98%, 100% mark, number one. And then otherwise, getting admission in some places we are all based on the admission policy, NET or JE or whatever might be that. It all involves mugging up. He didn't encourage that. And he used the term, India's rigid education system is producing graduates unprepared for evolving job markets. And that's what we are addressing now. Now, what's the way out? Then you may ask me, is it our responsibility or what we did? Because suddenly we are experimenting with a new education system. Yeah, that's a difficult question to answer. But that is the reality now. What we are going through, that particular phase of education where we have to show them way. And many places know it all. NEP started in 2020 or 21. So they have somehow settled to a certain extent, but still a lot to go. So this is the background. And to introduce the teachers and the researchers. Researchers also, when I talk to you about, there is an international exam, OECD, Program for International Student Education, Student Assessment, PISA. We'll see that. It is about the testing Indian education system and the creativity of Indian students. And after going through that slide, you will come to know where exactly we stand globally. Okay, so that is the background. So this first slide, so we have to admire this great man who foreseen, predicted all this is going to happen, and he started his own way of education. So that is the first slide. And then what is required? Individual potential we have to. Then there was similarly another great personality, Franklin Roosevelt. Because 1940, they're all visionaries. Yes, American president, definitely a politician. But his education, a person with very good Harvard or Columbia and all earlier period itself, he learned multiple languages, French, German, Spanish, English. Okay, so that was such his background this man was having. And what he was telling to the Pennsylvania University teachers, Pennsylvania University teachers, yes, we cannot always build a future for our youth, but what we can provide them is we provide them the avenues for the future. That is, provide them skill, knowledge, and the capacity to withstand unforeseen situations, resilience. Suddenly, the degree which you studied will come, or the job opportunities coming down. In such cases, what to do? Okay, so equip the youngsters with the necessary skills. See, 1940. And the other person also more or less same period. These are the people who lived during Industrial Revolution too, before the arrival of computer and robotics and all. But they have seen that factories were coming up with the arrival of electricity, assembly lines and all. So these thoughts now I give it to you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I can continue. Sound, no problem. And slide also visible. Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. And then we go to the next one. That's about, what exactly this international forum. And among the, sorry, I didn't tell about NEP sensitization orientation. So the NEP sensitization orientation is from Ministry of Education. So now AICT, UGC, NICT, everything will be merged into a single body, except the medical and legal education. Yeah, the higher education bill, which has cleared, and now it will be happening. Anyway, so now it's all coming to the Ministry of Education, sorry, the Ministry of Education. So the Ministry of Education has given this particular program for all the teachers, and there are 10 theme areas. And among the 10 theming areas, I consider these 2 theme areas, not because I'm taking here. After the this program also, you will understand why I said that research and development and skill and development. Education is meant for what? That should lead to development, country's development. Okay, so research development, skill development. So our skill development also, that is also, and then producing newer and newer creative ideas and items and all together. So I consider these 2. Okay, and then with this background, I'll come to the first slide where what this World Economic Forum it says about our, one moment. Yeah. So the World Economic Forum, what it says about Indian employment scenario. Why should they bother about Indian education? So Indian future of jobs in India. So this forum, it's a very well-reputed international forum. Yeah, when you visit, if at all anyone of you visiting the site, you will come to know why it is costly, and they have very serious discussion, international data, and they have, yes, found out that the future of jobs in India is something like that. Employees are looking forward to graduates with technical graduation, technical talent. Nearly 67-70% of the companies in India are finding that the students, whether it is engineering or arts and science or any college, polytechnic, they're all in participant in the program. Yeah, the students we are producing, or what we are teaching to the students, and the kind of skills we are providing to the students, that those skills are not, the talents we are providing the youngsters, that is not enough for them, not meeting the demands of the companies. So you are an employer and you are finding so many young engineers are coming, but they do not have the skill. 67% India. World level also the scenario is there. 47%, because now we are also 17% of the population. You may be knowing that, because now why should this World Economic Forum board should bother about countries like India and China? Because India 17% of the world population, China another 17%, so 34% of the world population is there. A big market. And there Europe is having only 8%. So now you can understand. Okay. So it's a market. And then, so what the companies are doing, and that is not good for any one of the future teachers. There's people who are sitting there. Yes, consider yourself as lucky. You got a job, agreed. Private or a government or whatever might be that. You got a job. You may be happy or unhappy, I do not know, because there are personal reasons. But we should, yes. But now what is required is your institution should carry along. Imagine your institution is facing the situation which I told you earlier. Many colleges in Kerala, they are finding students are not coming to them after first year or one semester, two semester, they are going elsewhere. They are leaving the course. So it has become a kind of stopgap mechanism where the students will join and then they, okay. So if that is a scenario, yeah. So what's happening? And that's what this particular third point in my slide also says. Companies are providing, because there are specific companies, they started collaborating with various universities and offering their own courses. Imagine, Reliance is running a course or Adani is running a course in association with certain universities, and you get admission there. Course fees are high. Admission modality is also different. There will be entrance exam, interview, everything. And the 30, 40 students who are getting into the institution, they are absorbed into the company. And the company is not bothered whether he is with a degree or engineering degree, because private companies and all know they need talent. They don't bother about whether you are with a first rank engineer or second rank engineer, nothing at all. 50% mark, that is enough. Or you cleared the thing, whether you have the talent or not. And how do you prove the talent? You are biodata. That is how things are happening. So and now indirectly, many companies are now they are offering with after +2. We have specific courses. Need not be degree. Need not study for 1 year or 2 year or 5 year and all. One semester is enough. And we will provide you a job. You are entering as apprenticeship, then you can go up in the ladder. If that is going to happen in this country, what is the need for your college or my college? For me, this May 31st, I retired. Okay. And there are many, yeah, who are in the young ages, middle age or young age and all. 5 years, 10 years, 20 years to go. You think about it. Okay. So that's the scenario now we are facing. So this is a very serious subject. Companies are finding we are not providing them the necessary skilled students. So the company started directing, recruiting students after +2 and offering. And personally, I know it very well because during my tenure as a principal, during the COVID and that period, I have seen many, many IT companies in the firms here in Calicut. They come to college for interviewings or the campus recruitment. And the campus recruitment, that take everyone, irrespective of whether they are from social sciences, English or physics or chemistry or IT, no specific preference towards IT company. Then I was interviewed and I asked them why you are not specifically sticking to at least science students or to IT students. And the answer was in the similar line, sir. You have a young pool of very good youngsters from this region. And we know they are all mostly locals because we do not have hostel system. You see the calculations. And these students know if they are employed in our country, they will remain here. And we will provide them a 1 month or 1.5 month training. That's all. After that, they will get along. But you think about all the degree you are giving to them, all 3 years or 5 years of education you're giving to them, it has all become meaningless. And the same students know, they will tell their contemporaries who left behind, you are wasting your time there. Now social media is very much there. There is no need to use it in that college 4 to 5 years, paying fees and wasting your time. And we are making money. And meanwhile, no, they will be coming out of the monthly salary. The gadgets and that is a smartphone and everything and a two-wheeler. That's what matters for the youngsters initially. And we were warning them, don't do it, because these companies know we do not know how long they will be here because the market forces and their choice also, because next year again they will get another set of youngsters and there is all likelihood of less smarter, less skilled will be thrown out from the company. That all happened also. That's another thing. So this is the background. So what I say, it is not a very good news for anyone. And then we go to the future of jobs, the future of work. look like in India? Not only India, everywhere. So in India specifically, the future of jobs are going to be in the technological fields, tech related. That doesn't mean social sciences or languages or the biological science, might area also. The topics are not necessary. The only thing you should know, technology related, how these technology, whether it is AI or robotics, that can be used with, I'm a biology teacher in my field of zoology. How can I use it? So if I teach them purely zoology or botany, then students are not getting exposure to big data or the algorithms, digital technology or machine learning, how they can correlate with it. They have to go to the computer department and they have to imagine in your engineering background, someone is good in biology and you are offering that biological experimentation also. That is exactly what it says. So the current line of thinking, the way we are progressing, proceeding, it will not help. The jobs, no, they require all technology related. And then we know a lot of opportunities are there in the electric vehicles are there. Hydrogen fuel definitely will come up. And then solar panels. In India, only 10% of the electric vehicle market is with electric vehicles or EV battery. So who will repair them, service them, spare parts? That is why Germany and all these Benz, Volkswagen, when they start over there, it is not only the company alone. There are small ancillary units also. Not making, painting, anything. Okay. So that is how jobs are interconnected. You must be aware of that. So what is required now? As I said, no, we are all generally, we are we are taught by the third industrial revolution teachers. So we have to get the skills necessary to teach the fourth industrial revolution youngsters. And these youngsters are going to work in fourth industrialization companies. And I will show you 1 or 2 videos. And to do that, first upon, we should know what to do. Upskilling, reskilling, it has all become necessary. You may be knowing little bit of AI or the basics of AI. Next month, a new program is coming up. Now, what is required? We have to upskill it. And if you do not know, I have not studied AI at all, I have to reskill it. And the practicals which we have been doing it repeatedly with all the old methodology, many of them are of no use to the students. It is all replaced by modern machinery. Modern practicals have to bring in, maybe in AI, robotics, AR, VR, everything. Do you agree with me? You are all there. I'm not seeing anybody, and okay, I'm curious whether I'm talking to. Is it okay? Do you
Yes,
agree?
sir.
So what I said here, do you agree with me or not? This is not happening. Anyway, I'll give more slides. Okay, so this is what World Economic Forum, an international body, is telling us. Okay, so these all slides I'll be sharing with you later. You can yourself click on the link and you can see future of jobs in India, what the employees need. And next one, jobs are going to be there or not. We have a general fearing with AI, jobs will disappear. It's not like that. Jobs will be there, but all in the AI related fields. That is the only problem. So what to be done? And that leads a question. So 170 million new jobs. This is international data. But half of this, similarly, all the type of jobs, nearly 90 million will be removed, displaced. So in India, the biggest problem, we are all with the all I mentioned, and our education is mostly curriculum based, purely curriculum based. Mark scoring alone is the necessity. Okay, so that is the tragedy. So what is going to happen? So the 65% of youngsters know degrees, they do degrees and courses which are of no interest to them. And then I take you to next one, career counseling platform. Very interesting data, 2019 survey. After that, I didn't see any data, any such surveys conducted. And they saw a pattern, 93% of the plus two students, if they ask them, after plus two or schooling what? They all know about 7 conventional careers. You know, correct? Doctor, engineer, after plus two what? Ask anybody, a lawyer, a CA, or a teacher, school or high school or college or whatever might be that, or MBA. Management, otherwise, no, IAS, IFS, all those things, okay. But Mindler, the more says that the modern economy is offering not the 7 conventional options. There are 250 career options are there, 40 domains, and thousands of jobs. You will agree with me or not? Even teachers are also of this feeling, no? Now the number might have come down, not 93%, must be 75, 80%, but anyway, it is falling down. So after plus two, what you ask the youngsters, no? But schools, no, they are all teaching the same way going on. Parents also. And why do you think about parents? And then what about the parents who are not educated? We are all come under the category of educated, fortunate category. But even we are of the opinion. Suppose somebody comes to you after plus two, what? You'll tell them, yeah, you go for this engineering batch or this medical course like that. But modern economy is offering more than that. You look at this table. 250 career options. A few of them I have selected and the yellow ones highlighted here. On the left side, no, I am showing about among the 40 domains, a few domains. Some are engineering, some are medicine, everything. Okay. And these are the sample career options listed out on the other side. And what kind of training your institution? A student, when he wants to enter into this field, you are offering. Okay, we'll see the one by one, not all of them. I'll take the bottom one, performing arts. What is the performing arts? Performing arts. Performing arts, what happened? Yeah, this is all about choreographer, music director, theater director, and know how many channels we have in the TV. You are mostly from Maharashtra. How many Marathi channels are there? 15, 20 channels are there. How many programs are there from 7 to 10 p.m.? Who are behind it? There are very youngsters are there. They are earning their income from this field. Choreography. He can be engineer. He can be a zoologist, botanist, anyway. Theater director. But they went for that. And they are associated with that industry. So one career option. And then hospitality tourism. What happens now? We all go for tours of various kind or travel agencies we approach. Now it is not travel agencies. Online tour consult there or consultants are there. There are so many companies who are behind it. Similarly, hotel booking also through various forums are there, online platforms. And the first one, event management, marriages, wherever you go for marriages, who decorates the stage and what is the bill they have given to you? It is all must be, it's all around here in Calicut. No, I see it as 2 to 10 lakhs, 5, 10 youngest days. They manage everything, but it is based on their talent, their creativity, the way they decorate it, hospitality tourism. And then design and creative arts as another domain. Game designers, how many computer games are known to you? Who designed it? In India, no, we don't have strict rules, so we mostly pirate it. But that also will soon come to anyway. But in other other part of the world, Western society and all, it is very strictly prohibited because now the game designer should earn his income. So copyright rules are very strict there. Anyway, so who designs all these games? Or the games, computer games which your kids are playing. This week one set of game and next week another set of game. So someone is making money. It is not an easy task, not everyone. And then fashion stylist. It is all known to us. What are the kinds of dresses available in the Amazon platform or Flipkart platform? When Amazon came into the picture, when did they reach here? Only last decade, 5, 10 years only, it has become so prevalent. Initially, people were up, we never believed that it will happen. Why? Yeah, anyway, but who makes all these designs? How many, whether it is shirt or pant or no, yeah, ladies items, no, various long list. What are the various types of designs? Dress material, whether, so who designs? Thousands of them. Pantaloon, Reliance Trends, Max Fashion, everywhere. So somebody is there. Okay, and similarly, all these UX designer. Who does it? Okay, so this is what we call the company say brand. There are various options. Modern economy is offering not 7 conventional careers. There are various. Many of your students ultimately, after studying, know they will end up here. And imagine you are an employer, UX designer company, event management company, and what skill they have, what skills they have got from their colleges. That is exactly what you have to think about. So this is the key point. Modern economy, modern economy. But remember, as I said, all these TV channels, all these fashion show and all those, even fashion boutique also. It was not earlier, it was not there. Now it is a part of our daily life everywhere. Okay. And then a classic example is this case of this what happened with Adani Port, which became hugely successful in Vidinam, Trivandrum. And I saw this article about 9 young ladies joining and women empowerment, everything. And you are seeing the happy face crane operators are. And these are the young 9 ladies and their education. You read there. Physics, computer engineering, computer science, commerce, mathematics, somewhere teachers. But now they are crane operators. Why? And it is a very good, it's a very, yeah, nicely paid job. And those are the people. These young ladies are the ones, all from Trivandrum locality. They are the crane operators of these huge ships. Container ships are there, container movement, and they do it from their computer room. And what they studied? Adani, as part of NSDC skill program, Skill Sector Council, we see later. They went for this course and interviewed and they got it. So what about their education in other subjects? Yes, subjects that is good and they study 3-4 years, but they could have, after +2 itself, they could have done it. That's all. And I take you to the next one, World Economic Forum, international data. The fastest growing jobs are where? Now already I discussed big data specialists. Employment opportunities are very high for big data specialists. So that is the one which is globally attracting more and more jobs. Okay. And second one, fintech engineers. How many of you are investing your money in mutual funds, SIP, or in credit card, debit card you are all dealing with, and various apps dealing with the financial services? Who operates it? Who are behind all these? There are so many. So many. They need not be engineer in the real sense. Okay. So online services, this is being handled by the youngsters. Okay. This is a new area and fastest growing jobs also, because now the interest rate is low and no point in, because keeping money with you. So you definitely will be lured to invest in either in some mutual fund or SIP or something. Okay. And then comes the next one, apps, software. Apps are there. How many apps in your mobile phone? And we occasionally update it. So the digital technology, and there are all these apps are the creative ideas of somebody is designing. And then these electric vehicles already I mentioned. Okay, and then autonomous vehicles yet to come up in India, not permitted legally, but we have auto park has come. Some premium cars have that option. Auto park. You leave the car and automatically park. It is going to spread out more and more. So these are the areas where future of jobs are there. Okay. And fastest declining jobs. Yeah. We know to a certain extent, but what are these fastest declining jobs? The clerical and secretary posters. Earlier, no, we used to see a lot of advertisement from SBI or various nationalized bank, clerks, SBI clerks are there, probationary officers are there. Now, how come we are not seeing the number of so many applications at all, advertisements? Then what about the cashiers and ticket examiners? What is happening? Ticketless, TT, number will come down. Now they are there only because 50-60% of the population of the senior category, aged people are there. They find it difficult to cope up with this GPay or the scanning QR code and all. You wait for another 5-10 years. What may happen? What is going to happen? You just wait and see. Jobs are not good. And then banks, what's happening? We did not go to banks earlier for each and everything, a DD or a check or no, so many things, any fund transaction. Now we are not enrolled. Online banking is there, and then other apps are there. But that doesn't mean banks, bank tellers and bank and clerks are not there. They are there mostly for catering to the digitally illiterate generation. That is our senior generation, parallel generation. And then what happened with the big companies like NIT, Data Pro, who were offering all these courses? Computer installation, PG diplomas, computer hardware and all those technology. Where are they now? And then what about the accountants and they are there, accountants and auditors, but the number is coming down. Automation. Enter your data into the system. It goes to Excel sheet or spreadsheet. And then there are various tools. And for our income tax calculation also. Now most of the teachers, that's what I understand, they are ITR, unless you have some complex issues. We do not go to an auditor at all. Earlier, everybody will be rushing to auditor. And auditor will be giving to his supporting staff. Not supporting staff, the people who are there doing CA or something like that. But now that avenue is over. That's what I say, accountants and auditors. Now AI will give you the answers if you don't have any complex issues. So what exactly you're saying? So more and more advanced tools. So this is what we call fastest declining jobs. Okay. But most institutions still offering jobs for the same category. We think this is all going to be there. And there is going to be all the jobs. So what to be done? Skilling education is important. So along with the UG or PG or automate the program you are offering the institution, students should be shown, introduced to the Skill India missions like websites where they have the option of going for different jobs. So online courses, online and offline courses. In addition to what you teach there, students based on their time availability, they can go for online courses and they can equip themselves with the necessary skills or the skills of their interest. And in that, as a teacher, you can help them because after spending with a student 1 semester or 2 semesters, you will come to know where exactly a student stands, what exactly are his likings, his capabilities. And students need somebody to guide them. May not be everyone, but they will be asking somebody. So generally what happened, they left and right and know what most of the others have, their same line they also following instead of recognizing their potential. But a teacher can easily recognize that. You can guide them, mentoring, which internship, apprenticeship is good, where to go. Teacher knows it better, provided you have a certain kind of exposure. So that is your duty. And then selecting the course also, on seeing some 20,000, 15,000, many of them will be reluctant. Okay, and the parents, most of them, they are coming from, if they're first generation learners and all, without proper education background, they may not be knowing how to guide the students, their kids. So you have a great role, so you can help them online course. So visit this website and see what are the options available for you as a teacher. Because some courses may be useful for us, ours also, for teachers also, and for your students also. So Skill India Digital Hub, like websites are there. It is all part of Skill India mission because it's Bharat everything. Okay. And then websites like NSDC, next one, National Skill Development Corporation. And when you visit the website, you will see these pages. And there are what are the top courses, online, offline courses are there. And then one moment. Yeah, partners, learners, courses, devices, media, everything. You visit the website. Okay. And then NSDC training partner. In your region, there may be many colleges already joined or have become an NSDC partner. And they are offering NSDC's courses, skill courses. That institution would have been selected by, recognized by NSDC. So NSDC skill-based courses, in addition to the regular courses, those institutions are licensed to provide. These all are our online evening or similar type of courses, not short-term courses, modular courses, even in weekend online options and all. So it all based on what the institution has selected. If you are from engineering college, maybe electrical engineering or AML or anything, solar panel or the courses. Okay. So the students, they get additional skills there. Okay. And then many institutions already, a huge number of institutions. As of 2026, nearly 1,000 institutions, centers are national-wide. They have become partner of NSDC, National Skill Development Corporation, okay, as a training partner. And then affiliation process, this all your institution has to decide. When NSDC calls for, or you have to check with NSDC, what are the options, visit the website, and that will give you a clear-cut idea. And your institution can start offering courses. Okay, but for that, your recognition, institutional recognition, if you are in the top rated in the UGC, AICTE, NAC, and NBA accreditation, this is important. NAC score, NIF score, and based on that, then the college will be selected, and then not the entire college, maybe one department or two departments. In many times, what happened now, 5-6 departments applied together, but only one or two got it. And there the NSDC will look into what are the academic qualifications of the teachers and what are the publications and then the infrastructure available there in that institution. Okay, so generally they suppose websites, you may get the idea like NSDC will provide funding and all. But when an institution is having already infrastructure lab to do regular courses, that can be utilized in the evening time. That is the thinking. Okay, then faculty can become a facilitators and trainers. But there are guidelines are there. If you are a teacher who are interested, who are knowing, imagine, no, I am not talking about engineering skill. Suppose you are an engineer or you are doing engineering, but you know what I would say, fermentation, indigenous food preservation technique. For example, imagine you are from Maharashtra and you know from Alfonso mangoes are there. So Alfonso mango based some food preservation technique. If you know that, you can market it out. And it is a skill you learn from the villages or your relatives. Or it can be embroidery or metal working. You are an expert in that. You may be ICT engineer or a computer engineer. That doesn't matter. But you have some kind of a natural, you learned it long ago, terracotta art. Any of these courses, if you take a scope in your region, what do you mean by scope? It should be that all know the skills sector, national skill index, that will understand which a job is having, which skills are lacking in that region, what are the options and all. Anyway, that part you leave it. So if you're interested, you can become a partner in that also. It is not the regular teaching. So here I am showing, though may not be of direct interest to engineers, there you can see some people are, they are weaving mats. These mats are environmentally sustainable. It is made of a grass. It's a weed. But people of that region, they have the skills to make it. They know how to paint it. And the basket weaving technique also you are seeing here. Suppose you're having a technique like that. You not be engineer now to, but you can. If there's a center, a skill center for teaching basket weaving technique, and it has great potential in the region. Okay, imagine a place like Jaipur or Jodhpur or somewhere no river region where tourists are coming. They will be interested in buying all this. So job or export market also. That is the way you have to think about it. Okay, so you can become a NSDC training partner, your institution, and also even if your institution is not willing to do that or not selected, you can go to the nearby college where the skill courses, NSDC skill courses are being offered. And if there is an opening, you can become a training partner there also. Okay. And for that, you cannot simply walk in and say, I have these credentials. No, my school days, I have studied all these. Or such certificate will not help. Instead, to become a training partner, you have to go for NSDC affiliated training courses are there. Okay. And then with that courses, you become a training of trainees, TOT. You have to undergo training under NSTC program, training of master trainers. So teachers like you who are interested in their respective subject field, if it is offered, you can get training and you can become a trainer, number one. And imagine you are saying, no, already I have enough salary and no time, my family, kids, and all those things are there. Everyone is having, but I don't have any time to spare and I don't want to be a trainer. In that case, no, you can become a content creator, content development. NSDC is looking forward to updating the curriculum, learning resources. So teachers with the skill, they can help the skill sectors council in your region to develop, review, and validate this training content. Okay, so that's another one. So instead of becoming a teacher, you can become a content creation, that also you can help content development. And if you are not interested in any of these, as I told you earlier, help the students, mentoring, guiding students. It is not very easy task because when you have 30, 40 students, you have mentoring hours, 1 hour or 2 hours per week, but that may not be sufficient. So you have to help them by finding extra time. That's what happened. So that is all about the NSDC and all. Then with this, I take you to the next part. Now we are facing a lot of issues related to the subject. So this is all about the youngest days of the Indian population. So in India, what is happening? See, there was a time in 2024 and all, everybody was happy. India is having a lot of youngest days. So since we are now compared to China, since we are having very high number of youngest days, we are a blessed kind. Yes, here you can see 65% of the population, 35 age group. So what you see in this image is, no, on the right side is Indian population pyramid, India 2024. Left side is the Chinese population pyramid. And all these age bars, all these bars, we say it as in the, it's called the age class. 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 14. Okay, you can see 30, 34. Then after that, no, 30, 34, 4.3%. Then thereafter, no, this age bar is narrowing. So here it is all very broad. That means in the 0 to 5 or 0 to 20 age group, lot of youngsters are there. Nearly 340 million people are there. Indian population 1 billion. Out of that, they are in the category of these, not 10 to, but this 20-25 age group. And lot of youngsters having youngsters is good for the country. Demographic dividend, workforce is high. Whereas in China, we can see there the number of youngsters are less. Elders are high. So in the coming years, China will face a lot of difficulties. And that is what we were all anticipating. Here you can see the first, the most basic, the base one. 0 to 5 age group, age class. It is with 4% population. Whereas the 0 to 5 in age class in the China is with only 1.92%, 1.7. So compared to India, India with the 4% 0 to 5 age class, and China with the 0 to 5. So we were all very thrilled about India is going to be a very booming economy in the coming decade and all those things. But now what is happening this decade, 2024 data, and the employability of the youngest is, that is who are in the 2022 age group, 2024 age group, 2024 age group, 40-45% are unemployed. Unemployment is high. 45% are like this. All are with high education. Coming to your college, you are all attracting them. They are coming to your college, paying fees, and we are all going along. But these youngest days are not getting jobs. And when they approach companies, and the companies are saying you are not having the necessary skills. It doesn't mean there are so many companies are there and all. Even those companies are existing because there are two ways are there. First of all, the job opportunity, employment availability. Job creation is not happening, agreed. And other than that, even those existing ones saying, students coming to them from engineering colleges, they are not having the skills. They have only practical knowledge is lacking. Only theory they have. And this article, which I saw in Hindu, which I'm copying here, it was in August 2025, last year. This article was there. India's demographic dividend is a time bomb. Why? Imagine your college, you are teaching 50 or 60 engineering students from your department. 10 departments, 600 students. After 4 or 5 years, what is happening to them? Are they getting a job? That justifies their engineering degree, 4 years of investment, 4 years of their investment, money, time, their parental expectations altogether. It is not happening. Half the population is not getting job. So what happens? And what are these poor things? That's what you have to say. We should consider them as the innocent people who came to our institution thinking that no, they will get a degree and that degree will ensure jobs, and getting admission to your college that ensures job and all. Now they are seeing this is not happening. And last 4 or 5 years, they were all happily, jovially. They were moving in your campus with no concerns, no worries. Now they are at home. Parents will blame them. Society will blame them after 1 year and you are unemployed. And when you go for some gig job jobs, maybe even management or something, engineering student with gig job or with Zomato or with the Uber and all. Yeah, these are all being watched by the company, the people, society. And then what is happening to them? Resentment grows. They're unhappy. And that's exactly what this title says. Demographic dividend is a time bomb. When you have a young population like that, they are just waiting to burst. And are we aware of it? Have you noticed that when you call for your alumni meeting, how many from the past 5-6 years are coming to your college? That's what I have seen. Very few. Because they are yet to settle down. They were the smart kids of our generation, our department. But they are yet to reach somewhere. And as I said, no, consider when I told you, we are lucky. You have got a job. Morning to evening, you are here, going home, and okay. And you see the plight of these kids sitting at home. Parents won't allow. Going out, questions will come. So they have that kind of resentment is growing up there, and that's why when people tell me, the current generation is indifferent, they are like this way and all. I used to say, see, can't blame them. There may be reasons for them. Their frustrations are there. That is what happening. It is not a justification. So am I right or wrong? Now I don't have to explain further, and we are seeing it all in the various corners. So this is the reality. Demographic dividend, yes, provided if they were getting a job. In other part of the world, it may not be happening. Why? Okay. And then we go to the next one. And what's the background of all this? This all, say the members here, teachers, you have any questions and all everything, chat box I'm seeing, and I do not see any response at all for anything. Are you all there? Can I continue? I hope you're listening.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Please continue, sir.
Okay, sir. So the next phase, this is about why this has happened, because many teachers listen why this is all happening during our period. Yes, you have all right to ask that, because I have been teaching field from 95 onwards. And just recently I retired, and it was going on smooth ride for me. Except last 2 years, I faced a lot of difficulty with the NEP, and when the teachers started coming, this is lacking, and what to offer the students, how to offer all those things. Anyway, so this all we have to read together with. This is very interesting to see how it all developed. So first we have this industrial revolution, what happened. So each industrial revolution transformed society. It all started with the arrival of steam engine. Steam engine. James Watt, around 1765, he discovered steam engine. Then the need for fossil fuel. There started the production of greenhouse gases. Mankind, this man did a great sin. That's what we are seeing now. He discovered engine, and that was steam engine, and for that coal required. Then coal mining started. It was followed by fossil fuels, petrol and diesel. Then electricity came. That's another thing. Anyway, so it led to the arrival of a lot of industries, small industries. Remember, and all vehicles also. So that led to the arrival of unskilled workforce. Machines now operate. Machine operator is the post. 1860, 1840, people were doing that. Okay. So lots of machinery, assembly lines on there. So, industrial revolution, read this line carefully. Each industrial revolution transformed industries, economy, and society also. Why? Here is the answer. What animal you are seeing here? Bullock cart. This was our transport mechanism. Imagine you are living in this particular period. Yeah, 1800 and all. No bike, no car, no train. Then how do you go out from your region? Definitely it is rural life only, village life. You are in the middle of your village. That was the plight of your great grandfathers, your ancestors. They were living like this. And this was the transport mode. Traveling with this vehicle and pumping water with this vehicle. Not vehicle, sorry, animal. Anyway, human effort also. There are other kind of pulleys also there. But anyway, and for this also, no tractor, no trailer, no nothing, no JCB, nothing. How many kilometers you can go out with this animal? Imagine your family, you are with a bullock cart. How far you will go? Maximum 5 or 10 kilometers, and that too everyone cannot afford it. I'm talking about those days. And you have to come back. So life was all in the village. And there may have been some selling and some business, some crafts, handicrafts, and it was going on. Beyond that, nothing. It all changed. And you would have been, suppose you are not at all interested in your farming. Your father is having, a parent is having an ancestral home like that. You do not like agriculture. And you are so frustrated, want to get out from there. How to go? That all changed with the arrival of this machine. People started venturing out. Step one. So, village life, it started spreading out. Society, economy, industry. Second industrial revolution. During this period, what happened? Arrival of electricity. It happened during 1870, second industrial revolution, 1872, 1914, but I would say 1940 also. Second World War came. Okay. So that was a period when electricity arriving. So big factories started coming, huge factories. So more and more job opportunities. Assembly lines are there. A person will be sitting in a factory, assembly line, assembling. Morning to evening, same thing. No further creativity and nothing at all. A few engineers may be there, but more basically they will be assembling all these things. So this is from the west, but anyway, in Bombay, Calcutta, the Punjab side, and everywhere, Madras, and everywhere, there are so many small industries, or not small, big industries. Assembly lines are there, and people are doing job like this, and that is what Charlie Chaplin has shown in this movie, Factory Scene, Modern Times, 1936. So this movie was taken during 1936. So, and this is what he has shown in that particular movie. So it's better, no, we'll just have a look at this video so that will give you a glimpse of that. And if we were born during that, just imagine we were also born during this period. No, so we would have been like this. One moment. I'll take you to that video. Okay. Share the sound. Okay.
Section 5, give it a limit.
Is the sound and video sound audible?
Yes,
Now
sir.
I stopped it. Okay. Sound is there now?
Yes, sir. Please continue, sir.
So what you see here, you are working in assembly line and the company owner wants what? He wants you to work non-stop without taking any break to boosting productivity. But the boosting productivity using manpower, human manpower, not machine capacity. Yeah, so the remaining part you can watch yourself later anywhere on the YouTube or somewhere. I'll be sharing the link also. So the point what I wanted to show you here, that was how the society was during the second industrial revolution. So most of there are so many factories, people will be working in such factories from morning to evening. And this is all assembly line. And what kind of skill is required here? What kind of skill? Yeah. So that's what happened. Unskilled workforce, just to operate machinery, assembly line. And that's what you were seeing that movie. One moment. Yeah. Yes, assembly. That's what happened. Okay. So this was the second industrial revolution period. Okay. So when was that period? Till 1940. And then came third industrial revolution. And this is a period when most of us are towards end part of this period we are here. Digital automation, robotics, basic robots. Okay. So the first one is the arrival of computers. So 1950, 2000. But by 1990 only it has spread out, because I clearly remember I was doing my PhD, and those days, we are mostly typing and all. Then a few computers came into effect from 1989-90 with MS-DOS. No Word, no Excel, no PowerPoint. And to do PowerPoint and all, as you have to prepare slides and all, it was the old kind of methodology, side projector and all. Now, can you imagine that? Then suddenly what happened? Now, within another 2-3 years, yeah, all the other things came. Microsoft Office, PowerPoint, and all those things. So people who are knowledgeable with the computer, now they can do PhD easily. And studies also, teaching also it was. So it's simple thing into our era. This is a period when computers started coming into effect. And I cite the example of what happened with the COVID period. So in many colleges and everywhere, computers are available from 2005, 2010 onwards, including my college also. DST feast was given, computers, but a few teachers, they were not interested. They will not. They said, no, we stick together. We wish to proceed with the blackboard and chalk and board methodology. Yeah, that is the best methodology. And no PowerPoint, no LCD, nothing. Then what happened? 2020, that is a period when COVID came. That was the leveling of happened. Everyone, we are all forced to study digital technology. Okay. Now what happened? Teachers know it, digital technology. Students also know it. And imagine a few members who are unwilling to learn. What might have happened to them? They would have been thrown out from their college, definitely. Okay. So this is what we call workforce, forced to learn, adapted to learn all kind of new skills to operate computers. So now we are all people with expertise in this digital technology. That is what I said. Compared to any other category of people, we are far ahead of them. COVID is the reason, number one. And same thing happened with these banks also. 2000, 2005 is the period when you might have, we all conveniently forget, that is a period when a lot of VRS happened. Voluntary retirement of many bank managers. The real reason was again this one. See, just imagine you have 3-4 years to go. Suddenly it became necessary for you to become masters of online internet banking and all. And banking involves all financial aspects and money matters. And there are no one digit there and here, what may happen. Some senior managers who are in the age of 55, 58 and all, they found it very difficult. It's not easy to cope up with the new system and laptop and computer. And then that all led to the situation where many left. Banks offered VRS. And then the young generation, now we are having very smart, mostly from, who are there. So what all you see here, this is what happened again. Society, economy, industry change, third industrial revolution. And then this is followed by the next one. This video I'm skipping. Actually, this is all about the arrival of robots during this period. 90s also robots came. But that was just for lifting up and moving around in a peculiar way. That's all. And then we are here. The one which I told you, fourth industrial revolution. So you have been taught by who? You all, when did you did your UG, PG and all? And in India, we were all following the same thing. Whatever 90s and 2000, same thing was brought into the current generation also. But now, key innovations like AI, robotics, big data, No need to carry around your pen drive or CD or anything. Cloud computing, calculations and all. Okay, multi-centered calculations possible. So now machines are there. Okay, so they are smart factories. Machines are taking decisions, and arrival of all this together, highly automated production, self-learning machines. To understand more about it, is better I take you to a video. And while watching the video, what you have to think about, see this, if this is the kind of factories they are existing in the automobile industry, what kind of training we are giving to, or we have given to our youngsters to get a job in this factory. Suppose imagine one of your student is going to this factory and they have
Did
to
you
work.
know that
And this is a 4-year-old video, and it is from Tesla. There will be seeing a lot of they also thought they are going to be the world leaders in this field and all. And you will get the chances to laugh when they make some statements. Anyway, so just see that automation, robotics, okay. And not only Tesla, there are so many other companies. Almost all the automobile industry-based companies are working in this line. Volkswagen, yeah, Maruti, and then Toyota, everywhere.
But for the sake of today's example, we're going to focus just on Tesla's most popular vehicle, the Model Y, and specifically the Model Y variation that they are building at the Gigafactory in Texas, because this is the most clear example of how Tesla makes a vehicle in a way that no other company on Earth can match. The first stage of this process is going to be fabricating the various panels and vehicle structure that make up the Model Y body. To do that, Tesla is going to use a process called stamping. This is pretty simple. You have two halves of a die mold that hold the shape of the part that you want to make. Then you place a sheet of metal in between those two halves. Typically that's going to be aluminum, and then the machine stamps down on that sheet of metal to form it into the desired shape. There are going to be dozens of these stamping machines involved in fabricating all of the components that make up the body structure. The next step from there is going to be piecing them all together. That's where the big robot arms and conveyor belts start to come into play. They are welding together all of those stamped pieces to begin forming the skeleton of the Model Y body, moving from one robot down the line to the next, each one adding a new piece of the puzzle. This is what they call the body in white stage of the process. The car is not actually white at this point. It doesn't have any paint at all. I don't know why they call it that. But once the skeleton frame is complete, they're going to start attaching all of the body panels, like the fenders, the doors, the hood, and the trunk. These can't just be slapped on by robots, so there are going to be workers attaching and bolting down all of this bodywork. In theory, they would be ensuring that everything is fitted perfectly straight and even. But in practice, Tesla has been known to fall short on that aspect, though apparently Giga Texas is turning that around with nice, tight fits on the bodywork. From there, we go on to the paint shop, where the assembled body gets sprayed with primer and then sanded down to a level surface. Then it goes through a whole series of spraying and dunking and drying sessions, getting multiple layers of paint and gloss, depending on the finish. White is the easiest, that's why it's the cheapest. Red is the most complicated. Body goes off to have all of the interior paneling fitted, the electronics wired up, and the glass installed. Now, simultaneous to all of that, there's going to be a separate process and rear giga structure, kind of like a skateboard. Then, on top of the battery pack, they are going to lay down the carpeted flooring, attach the center console and interior trim, and then bolt down all 4 seats directly to the top of the structural battery pack. Then, the last big step is going to be to track and castings. Now, that is how the process works at Giga Texas, and it's fairly similar at Giga Shanghai, so now you have some additional context for how incredible it is that all of that can be done so efficiently that they can produce a brand new Tesla every 30 seconds at the Shanghai factory.
Yeah, that is the line I want to underline. So here you heard they're saying 30 seconds or 30 minutes for a car to manufacture. Okay, so that's what the 4th industrial revolution, this is a classic example of robotics and AI and how the factories are operating, smart machines are operating. So into this scenario, what kind of training or skills are required for a youngster to get a job. And this is exactly what many of our students who went with all their engineering degree or a UG, PG, everything from India into country like Europe and Canada, and they faced a barrier. Number one, either you should have prior experience of 1 or 2 years in working in reputed firms to get a job in Canada or in the Europe and all. In Canada, it is more clearly there's a Canadian experience, Canadian school education also. So you might have done your PG, PhD, everything with engineering or arts and science and all. But even then, for them to recognize, to get into certain, most of the jobs, it is essential to have 1 year or 2 years of study there. And that with that study, you have to get an exposure, an apprenticeship, internship, then only a person can look forward to further career in that country. Europe also, many places, same problem. So why at the same time IITs and all different? And then some other institutions also. Generally, this was the reality. Because they know that very well. We are not offering all these skill-based or apprenticeship, and it's the most of the Indian education is with only theoretical education. So that is number one. So now what's the requirement? So now we have seen that image of now. One moment. I'm sharing it or not. This sometimes this soon. Okay. So whether Toyota or all these companies, same scenario. Okay. Then if you ask me, this is not the field of automation in automotive industries alone. Everywhere this is happening. Food processing, agriculture, in food processing, robotic arms for sorting, automated cooking stations. I'll take you to another one. And then in the garment industry, this is one of the major reasons by Bangladesh. Can you imagine? Bangladesh is a major competitor for India in garment export. You just think about the size of that country and our country. And we are facing stiff competition. Now they have, that's what I read, they have surpassed us. Vietnam also same thing. Okay. So what is required? Automation, robotics. Beyond that, reskilling is happening. And I'll take you to 1 or 2 examples for you to understand. For example, this is from the food industry. Restaurants with the modern technology where the employment is with the robot. Robots are happening, not employment. Machines are coming out, and the kind of machines replacing human beings there.
We are Kernel Foods. We're based here in...
I didn't share the slide. I'm sorry. Fine.
We are Kernel Foods. We're based here in New York City. The company got started about 2 years ago, did 2 years of R&D trying to figure out how to take chef-crafted fresh food that's made every single day and turn it into fast food using ingredients that you would find.
And there he was telling about doing 2 years of research and development, understanding the requirement of industry, and they developed this machine, the machine which you are going to see. And that will be working in the difficult conditions. In the kitchen with where the heat and all that is a problem. Okay. And it is here in the US only. It is spreading out there in many US restaurants. So what may happen in future? Cooker robots, more videos you can watch in the website.
In your kitchen. The food industry is certainly facing some challenges. These revolves around labor. What we've set out to do is look to say, what are the jobs that are the least appealing to people industry, where we could use automation, better jobs, that are paying jobs that you want to walk into the expediter. The person in the back, often there's tickets flying around, are being called of, and then making sure that you're timing things all in the right way. This is where using a multi-axis robot all in the right way. This is where using a multi-axis robot from KUKA and the automation technology that we put around it allows us to simplify that process and a whole lot of consistency, something pretty unique and special. Because KUKA makes an industrial robot that fit our price point and we know is absolutely reliable and managed remotely, which is important as we roll out. One of the other things, we're able to choose an HO robot so that we're in our entire food process.
We chose the form factor. We knew fail because we're in our staff what they're really good at. They're really good at tasks. Loading the ovens that food is cooked with those trays. KUKA will then take those and add them to a set of stacks in our discard modules. They're ready for the dishwasher, get better food quality, and then also get really predictable output for our customers.
So that's from the food industry. Okay. Then I take you to another one more example from the agriculture field also. Robotic harvesters are there. Okay.
Every year, Americans eat over.
This is about harvesting. So when we hear from the various news agencies, the certain countries are with high productivity, they want to export to this country, and one moment, what happened? Yeah. And we accuse often them this all purely based on subsidies and all. It is
1.5
they have boosted the productivity like that. They can make it cheaper.
billion pounds of blueberries. And this is how they reach your hand. They look so simple, you'd think they're easy to grow. But in reality, blueberries are one of the hardest fruits to grow in America. The soil has to be chemically broken down to acid. The flowers need millions of rented bees trucked across America. The bushes have to be redesigned for harvesting machines. Every blueberry you eat is the result of a multi-billion-dollar tech chain, and if any link breaks, the entire American blueberry industry disappears in a single season. The American blueberry industry is a multi-billion-dollar business. But here's what most Americans never think of. Because blueberries aren't a fruit just anyone can grow. They demand rare soil, specialized labor, custom machinery, and millions of soil, pH near 7. The Southeast U.S. In Oregon, each acre needs 1,000 nutrient. Everything through real-time pH sensors. Every hour, the system measures pH at multiple field points. If drift detected, software automatically pumps more acid or reduces fertilizer. No guessing, no trial and error. This is why a new American blueberry farm costs $15,000 to $25,000 per acre to establish, just for soil, drip, fertigation, invested millions. Process is called tissue colors to $5 to fruit, America's map. This is the biggest hidden cost in blueberry farming. No bees, no berries. It's that simple. But even with all that ready, even the bushes themselves have been redesigned, so humans no longer pick by hand. 50 years ago, Americans, when shaken, less than 12 inches. The cab uses auto-steer GPS to keep the machine straight between rows. No manual steering. A single oxbow can harvest 5 acres per hour, equal to 40 hand pickers. But berries are berries from the trucks, a system that produce plant called the consumer. This is where the mega factory truly stands by sorting, not faster than the blink of run in parallel, and a refrigerated truck never make it into a cold air from every side. When the harvester leaves the field, race harder than manual steering. A soft polymer cushion to prevent bruising. Each berry falls less than 12 inches. The cab uses auto-steer GPS to keep the machine motor. At the same time, another industry.
So that's all I want to show you here. That's here all we see automation and harvesting machines, and with this technology, this is going on. Okay. So what we see here, to develop these machines and proceed with these machines and all, what is required? Skill development. So the reskilling revolution, it has happened in many parts of the world. When we are far behind it, what may happen? And that's what I said. In other parts of the world, they are boosting productivity, they are exporting, and they are making money, including nearby countries like Bangladesh, China, and everywhere. So what's the challenge? Global workforce, skill requirement shift, highly skilled workers are there. Technology, programming, AI to create all these machines. Okay. So what's the economic impact? That we have seen enough. Okay. So that's why we hear a lot of people are unemployed. Okay, jobs are there, not there, or the skills are not meeting job market demand. And now it is 3:30. Okay, so I'll stop with 1 or 2 slides. GDP wise, there are 197 countries in the world. And among the 197 countries, we are the top 10. We are among the top 10. Number 1 is America, $30 trillion. Number 2, China, $20 trillion. Okay. And then you see the rest. All the other countries, Germany, Japan, India, all $4 to $2 trillion. And what we have to see, just compare India with China. We have 17% of world population, or more than China now, 1.47. They have 1.42. Okay. So, but GDP wise, they are 5 times ahead of us. Yeah, we have reached a very good position, but how come this country, namely China, which was behind us, 1990, they were behind us economically. Now they are ahead of us. And per head income, you look at the red ones alone. All others with 5 digits. Brazil, China, and all. India. Yeah, a lot of poor people are there. Not all are rich enough. So how come they reach this level? Education, skill development. And I stopped this slide. These econometrists, Hanushak and Ladder Waseman, based on their studies in South America, Latin America, Argentina, Brazil, and everything included. Economic growth of any country, it is a function of cognitive skills of the population. What is cognitive skill? The capacity of brain to think, create, innovate, analyze first, and then bring in technologies that will be useful for the society. Not only technology, writing book, poem, everything. Okay. So long name economic growth is determined by the skills of a nation. So a nation without cognitive skill, they will lag behind. And that is what they have seen with their 1962,000 data from Latin America, South American countries. So many schools, so many colleges, all are educated. Economy is not growing. Economy is not growing. So that led to the conclusion, Hanushak and Waseman, we all know that. It is not about how many students are attending school. Policy makers, that includes politics and bureaucrats, everybody, 100% literacy, 150% literacy, that will not help. That is the lesson. What they actually learn, a population cognitive with the skills or not, and a population with the skills, they became the knowledge capital, and they are need for long-run prosperity. Having schools in every village as a promise from each vote bank, it will not help. And that lead to Bloom's taxonomy. I'll stop it just on this one. So the Bloom's taxonomy, there are cognitive skills are there. What exactly happened? There are 6 learning levels. When you send your child to school, lower order thinking skills he get from the school. Lower order thinking skill. He remember, understand, applying and all. Then when he move up, college or engineering college or UG/PG college, higher order thinking skill. This fellow should be able to analyze, evaluate, and create something useful. Use information to create something new. And what is that creating? It can be a research paper, BSc project with a research paper, or an experiment, or an equipment, or a music, which can be sold everywhere, or a game, anything. A new economic model. Creativity is required. So that is what this particular test code that is known as the Bloom's taxonomy when it says cognitive skills. So now you understand what is cognitive skill. Capacity of brain to think, learn, remember. Essential for learning, problem solving. Exactly. So now we will rejoin by after 10-15 minutes break. Okay.
Yes, sir. We will stop for the 15 minutes and then we will continue, sir.
So now it is 3:35. So by I will put a message there. No, we'll join by 3:50 or 3:40. What is the timing? 3:50. I'll put.
Sir, 3:50. If you
Okay,
could.
sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you, sir. Thank you. So participant, there will be a break for 15 minutes. Then we will continue. Please take your tea or coffee till that time.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm back here, and sharing option has to be enabled because actually I left the meeting. So unable to share the presentation. Okay. Yeah, MMTTC office has to, okay, the host, no, the course coordinator, no, you have to do that. Sharing is not enabled.
Hello, Ankit sir.
Now is it okay? No. You have to call the UGC, MMTTC, host is there. No, host can do that. Okay. Anyway, I think I may have the number. Just one moment.
Hello.
Yeah, please wait. I have talked to Professor Director Mohammad Atik sir. So he will contact the, yeah, he can do it from his end. Zoom has a lot of features, but complications are there. Yeah, Google Meet and time. Yeah, no time. Yeah, Microsoft Teams. That is comparatively easier. Who is the person from the college? No, who's the course coordinator here? No, he can contact the MMTTC also. That is what normally happens.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Is it okay? No. No, they will. Yeah, I contacted a professor, so he will communicate with the office and do it. Now, only the host can do that. Zoom license, no, who is having? Even if you are the course coordinator, because I don't know the number, that's what happened.
Hello, sir. I have called Ankit sir.
He knows. He will have.
Just 1 minute, sir.
Okay, that will do. Okay, I'll continue with the the slide presentation now. Okay, this is all about next I'm going to, next slide will be about a program called PISA. PISA test is there. It's an international
स्क्रीन
exam.
शेयरिंग का ऑप्शन दिया है सर स्क्रीन शेयरिंग का ऑप्शन दिया है
Yeah, one moment, no? Screen.
शेयरिंग
Yeah, now it's okay. Thank you. I got it. Okay, in between, actually, it was my error. I signed out. That's what happened. Okay, fine. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, yeah, as you can see the title here, there is this particular test, namely PISA is there. It is conducted by one of the very top-rated international organization, OECD, with 38 countries, Australia, all developed countries of the world, they are conducting this exam. And their purpose is all very good. Education, the education system, and everything. Yeah, economic and social well-being of people. The best example, now you think about Bangladesh. Yeah, if that particular country, if their economy and society is going down, that is a big threat for India. We are reading enough now about from Bangladesh. Those people will enter into India and they will do anything here for money. That's all. Same problem America facing with Mexico. That is why all that American. Anyway, so OECD looking forward to improving education system and also they have this test just to test the education system. Which education is good? India, Africa, or Asia, Latin America, Brazil. So it is an international exam and there are only 15-year-old students are eligible to apply. 15-year-old, a 2-hour test is there. 15-year-old students from all the countries. So 5,000 students from each country. And this is a once in 3 years exam, popular name PISA, Global Education International Triennial Survey, once in 3 years. So this 2-hour test evaluates the cognitive skills of the student in maths, science generally, plus their ability to solve problem, creative capacity, analytical capacity. And 2026 they have added, 2025 they added one more paper, digital technology, digital knowledge also. So that is how this test is going on. And this is known as a program for PISA test is there, digital world is there. So it is written by all over the world. No, there are 197 countries are there. So we are talking about a cognitive skill. So this is to test the cognitive skill of the test. And the test results are there. PISA, international test, OECD, 2-hour test, only the, imagine 5,000 students from India. 10th standard students are going. No preparation, no pre-coaching, nothing. Based on what you learn from school, you have to go and appear the exam. So among the 198 countries in the world, 81 countries participated. 81 countries participated. And this has been there for a long period of time. 2022 test result you can see here. So among the 81 countries, the green colored countries are in top ranked. 1 to 27, top ranked. Okay. America and then some European countries, not all European. Okay, Australia, New Zealand, and here some 6 countries in Asia. Okay, and entire Africa did not participate. That's why it is gray in color. Entire Asia, that did not participate, not entire. Okay, so this gray color, Russia did not participate. Okay, Latin America participated, but they got the lowest rank generally. Here you can see no green, no orange and all. So only 1 or 2 countries. One country is Chile. Okay. So all other countries are in the low-ranked countries. Okay, and from India, nobody is there because India stopped writing in 2009. That is a tragedy. 2009, India with all great hopes, Ministry of Human Resource Management, Human Resource Development Ministry. They sent 5,000 students, and the result was a tragedy. 74 participated country, 73rd was our rank. Yeah. And we are okay. So, and thereafter 3 years, 12, 15, 18, 22. And this year's test result is yet to come out. Okay. Not participated. So, and the most contrasting thing is who are the toppers of this international exam? International exam conducted by American, European, Australian countries. And the toppers are all from, can you read it? +2 students or 10th standard students. Their cognitive skills worldwide. And these 6 countries are having the highest skills. Cognitive skill. Students are having the cognitive skill. So this question is about cognitive skills of the students. Okay. And who are these 6 countries? They are the top-rated countries termed East Asian Miracle by World Bank. During 1960s to 1970 period, these 6 countries are the, here you can see the entire world is here. In the entire Africa, Latin America, entire Asia, only these 6 countries are there. So that says their and world level, their education level is the highest. So they have the skills and the students are going up like that. And what is the use of this kind of test? You may think like, yeah, it is good. Identify how exactly, where exactly improvements are needed. Number one. Then comparing which country system is better. Now, you know, Sri Lanka or India, Sri Lanka did not write, India or America or China or Pakistan, which one is good? And policymakers, yes, they will give them. Policymaker means our education ministry, UGC, yeah, HRDC, not HRDC, Human Resource Development, yeah, ministry, everybody. Okay, so this is all data-based. Then globally, where exactly you stand. Now we understand globally from that map, no, which countries. So encouraging countries to learn from each other and go for the best education practices. And next one, who is responsible? We are all part of it. You may think, no, we did not study the teach the teachers. These all are students from the schools are writing the exam. Agreed, but they are taught by the teachers. So accountability, that is what the key point. Who is responsible? So we are all, as teachers, we are answerable. And that is what NEP is asking us. NEP is asking to undo, correct it. And this is the opportunity. Okay. So India's performance already have seen. And then with this, I take you to the next one. Because now so far I have been talking you all about technology, AI, and then all these education, high-tech automotive industry, everything agreed. Okay, now we'll go to the agriculture. Because 55% of this country's people are depending upon working people. They are in the agriculture field. 40 or 42% farmers. And the remaining 10-13% are indirectly. Okay. But globally, exporting agriculture, global exporters of agriculture. That means they have surplus agriculture. So who are that? Who are those countries? Number one, America. Number two, Netherlands. And here you can see 3, Brazil, Germany, China. Okay. So number one, America. Okay. Technologically, they are far ahead. Already I have showed you one harvester. Okay. Second country, second leader is Netherlands. And this Netherlands compared to America, you just look at the size of the country. Land area, square kilometer. America, 98 lakh square kilometer. And Netherlands, 37,000 square kilometer, not even 1 lakh. Okay. And they are behind America and ahead of China, Brazil, Australia, India, Germany, all these countries. How come this small country? They are the second largest exporters of agriculture product. So that means they have the R&D, research skill, agriculture skill to reach this level. And one more surprising thing, their size is 1/200 of America. This country is not reaching all this land. They are hardly 1% of land only using for agriculture, modern agriculture. And compare with India, you think about tomato. 1 hectare in India, it is 20-25 tons. One farmer, 1 hectare. Indian methodology, we get advanced technology, 20-25 tons. In the average tomato yield per hectare in Netherlands, here you can see open agriculture. That is almost discontinued. There are strict rules are there. Farmers cannot employ fertilizer. There are limitations. There are specific rules are there. Per hectare, how much you can apply, urea, potash, all those things. If when it is added, even cow dung, organic also. Ultimately, what happened during the rainy season, this all will reach the water body. That is not welcomed, number one. Number two, per farmer, how many cow? That is also limited. We will laugh to hear all this. A person can have, based on the area, 1 or 2 cows. Or no, there is a limit. Ceiling is there. Beyond that, no. Why? Because all these cow dung or buffalo dung, all these will fall into the water body. That will ruin the water body. So rules are very strict. So farmers are not okay. So why they are doing that? Instead, they have the greenhouses, agro farms, and in each agro farm, the productivity is India 20-25 tons. They are producing 250-600 tons per hectare. You just imagine Indian farmer. We are producing 20-25, and they are with the modern agriculture technology 250-600. And then we will come with the answer, no, we are all developed. Those people were like that, this way, that way, and all. This is all not a sudden development. This all happened after 2000. And they simply followed certain policies. Their research and development, and that is how they reached it. And now no point telling we are poor, all those things, because farmer may be poor, but you can borrow the technology, you can improve it. If that is not happening, we are all part of it. This is what I was telling, fertilizer application, strict regulations. Okay, then how they have reached that level? And I'll take you to another video. That is with the help of indoor farming and precision climate conditions and LED lighting to stimulate plant growth. That is, they are using what you see here, huge buildings like this, 15 to 20 hectares, 1 hectare, 1 football ground. And such huge buildings are there, green farms, greenhouse farms. And inside these farms, here you are seeing sunlight is not there during the night time. LED light. So how come how do they know that LED light can be used? That is research. Their engineering, their science, and their biology, they researched out what plants can be grown with LED light. Number one, not all plants. That also they sorted. You think about boosting productivity. In our country, when the plants are sleeping during 12 hours sleep, they are the 24 hours they are making the plant, boosting productivity. So per year, how many cycles of harvesting is possible? Think about it. Then what about the soil? It is not done in soil. Instead, plants require some media, aquaponics, hydroponics, but it's a different modified aquaponics, hydroponics. Plants, their roots are there. Roots require nutrients. Okay, and they are not a soilless media. So they found out some other material can be used, that we'll see later. And then what are the pests and pesticides? Easy to control. And who are working here? That's another thing. So the next video you see that. And also, okay. So what we have to ask ourselves, see, if these technologies have been there for the past 10-15 years, why it is not introduced here? Yes, the reason is simple. It is a costly affair. Okay, it is not going to be the entire country having a greenhouse and all across the country big buildings are there. I told you, just 1% of the land area only, private companies and all, they are doing that, they are developing it. Okay, so what you see here is a single company, a single farm. And this is all a huge building covered with a transparent light. So during the sunlight, when sunny days, sunlight will go in. European country, so they have a winter and severe winter, snowfall, everything is there. And night time, okay, and the temperature is controlled, and the water also controlled in such a way. It is all aligned with the support of digital technology, precision agriculture. And the remaining part, you see it. And you have to see all the material you see, they are not plastic. That can be it is all towards the end of the video, you will see that they are crushing all this and mixed with the soil. So there is no waste or nothing of that sort. That all goes into the soil, pulverized and mechanized. And then you will see all technologies, AI and robotics and okay. Is the sound audible? Can you hear the sound?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. said the size of these greenhouse gases. There are nearly 4,000, 5,000 of these greenhouse houses are there, modern farming technology. This is the roof which I told you, like, no, it is, it can be closed and open, motorized and on. It is with a transparent material or sunlight. And read it carefully. They can grow anything. See, this is a European country. They can grow any plant. Then what is the need for them to depend on other countries? And they can not only grow tomato 20 tons we produce, and they produce 250, 600 tons, and they can export. And when they try export, now if you block it, definitely as America did, tariff will come. They'll say, we don't require many of your products. Who will be affected? And this is what happening. Okay. And instead of that, now we hear all biased media report often. Yeah, there may be subsidies, definitely, because when they have more production, they will subsidize also. All countries do that to help their farmers. Okay, but boosting productivity, that's what happened here. And and then what about all the pests and pesticides? And that is also there are modern technology. We see in one more video is there. Yeah, this is the interior of a one. We just think about, there are 15 to 20 hectares of size, and this kind of farms are there. Yeah, so I thought again I lost the sharing. No, that's fine. So as I showed you, the technology and yeah, the previous one I have shown you, the material used is LED light is used. So this all you have to think about the research. R&D 10, 15 years ago, it was there. And there are certain universities, Organican University is most famous, and that is the one who brought in the concept, walking universities. In India, there are a lot of hype about we are the greatest, and that's all you leave it. But here what has happened, 15, 20 years ago, during the World War II itself, they faced a lot of problems with the Germans. And that time itself, agriculture became priority area, farming also. And the farmers were visited the university process and researches. Then based on the needs of the farmer, production happened. And that's what you are seeing here. And this is the advertisement Philips company. And what is their advertisement? They are saying, farmers can grow their strawberry using their LED light. See, in the European and American countries, promising farmers and all recently, okay, that is not possible unless they are so sure about it. So here all, industry, university, and the farmer tie-ups, everything works together, and that helps it. And hydroponic upstate, there are a lot of pages like this. You can visit website and check yourself later. Hydroponic greenhouse is also there. And here you can see this is all branded material. This hydroponic media, plants are going certain media. And one media substance is coconut fiber. I'm talking to you from Calicut in Kerala and Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, all we have lots of coconut. It's a waste, and waste means people don't require it. But earlier, okay. So this is all mostly exported, not from huge farms only, small farmers, we have 5-10 coconuts are there. No exporting, nothing at all. We simply throw it off or waste it, burn it. And this they have found out as a material that can be used for agriculture. And they import it from the nearby countries, Mexico. Okay. And then another material is R&D, we are saying. Okay. Volcanic rock. They found out that it can be used for agriculture. Heat, 1005 degrees Celsius, it becomes soft, and that is used for agriculture. And from where all this coconut is coming, coconut fiber, it is coming from India and Sri Lanka. 80% from India, Sri Lanka. And others from the Mexico-like countries. And there it is exported like raw material. Coconut fiber, husk, We simply compress it and make a small 5 kilogram packs like that, export it to European countries and East Asian countries. And what they have done, China, what they have done there, they have patented methods for tannin reduction, because coconut fiber contain a chemical called tannin, not good for plant growth, removed it. And that is a research paper patent. Then bacteria and plant helping fungus, they are all added to coconut fiber. And then some other material also like zeolite, it is from the volcanic rock and all, aluminum phosphate rich material, and some other bioagent also. So together this is sold like this, and ultimately what happened, the farmer gets a product like that, sold like this, patented based on the research. You see that how things have gone, and this is what we call as it was all part of Indian knowledge system also. So what Europe does and what India does, okay, and then so that is a thing, modern technology, how it can improve the productivity and all. And then what you see in this image is the image from Telangana 2025. There was this particular picture. So, and here what you are seeing is farmers drying turmeric in the Nizamabad agriculture. Nizamabad is in Telangana, former Andhra Pradesh. So this is a traditional methodology. 79 years. We have independence from 1947, same technology. 100 years ago, same technology. And you are seeing 3 farmers are here. And we don't blame them at all. They are poor people. They are not knowing all this technology, nothing at all. And even if they think it cannot be, all this modern technology cannot, then whose responsibility is to introduce all this modern technology? Okay, and to provide them the agricultural skill, modern skill. Okay, and that becomes the responsibility of education institutions like yours and ours. And we will say this is the responsibility of agriculture university, nothing like that. That's what NEP says. It can be done by anybody, depending upon the need. If you are from an agri region, research out and bring out the technology. Otherwise, collaborate with international organizations and bring the technology. And when the government tries to do that, it is all blocked. That is all because of the politics. What politics? As I told you already, agriculture and allied sectors only economy 17% of GDP, contributing to 17% of the economy. But 55% of this country's workforce is like this. Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and all, 60-70%. They are farmers like that. So suppose this government or that state government wants to bring in certain technology where no small farmers cannot 15, 20 or 25 lakhs together, they can never do that. Okay, then who can do it? Farm related, new regulations are there, new policies are there, arrival of major players, then only this is possible. Otherwise, we will remain stuck like this. Okay, and then education training, creating courses, even if the farmers are not unaware of it. In your college, imagine you are offering a course in this line and modern agriculture technologies, and you are bringing in providing students the skills, technology like drones for crop monitoring, IoT sensors for soil crop health, and I told you in the first one, okay, mobile apps for farm management, AI tools for pest management. This is all happening in different parts of the world. Who will provide our youngest days? Even we are seeing this, maybe most of you may be seeing now only. But in some corner there and here, some developments are happening. But without government support and cooperative support at broader level, this will not work out. Ultimately, what happened? We will be scenario like this. We will be having farmers working like this. And remember, their children are working in your college and my college with or without loans. And they will not go back to agriculture. At the same time, if the agriculture is like what is happening in Europe and all, what do you feel about it? Definitely youngsters will. That's why I showed you that video. Who are working there? You have seen youngsters are working. Youngsters are working. And that is how advanced technology, how countries are marching ahead. Okay. And we with our own, thoughts. And so teachers, yes, with NEP and all, they can play a major role and bring in changes. Young population is there. And when they understand that, they can become entrepreneur or they can do a modern farming. Somehow they will manage it. That is the only way out. Okay, this is a key point. And then I take you to the next one, electric vehicle. How many of us are aware that China is the 53% of the world's electric battery, EV battery production is by China. 5 volts, a single company 30%. Until 2024, all the Indian electric vehicles, 20 lakhs nearly, 119 only. Anyway, we all purchased electric battery from China entirely. Even now, same thing is going on, only difference is repacking. We are not making the kind of solar cells required for the efficient batteries. I said clearly, solar cells. Now, solar cell assembly is happening. But all this has to come from China. They have the raw material, and that is why it is written electric vehicle colony of India. Electric vehicle colony of China, we are buying their item and they are getting money. Okay, so what do we do? What we do? Battery cell, we don't have. We have very limited. Battery packing, assembly, everyone is doing that. Lithium, cobalt, graphite, like material processing. And from where China get this lithium? From South America. They bring it, they mine it, they bring to companies, and they produce the lithium basic material. Okay, and the refining and all that. And we import all these, we import cells. And then Chinese have recycling technology. We come to that later. Okay, so that is their advantage. And same story about solar panel also. We are all under the impression solar panel, we are doing that, but we are buying solar panels from, or solar panel component, polysilicon. There is a component called polysilicon. It is necessary. It has to come from China. Okay, polysilicon wafer ingots, and then we assemble it. Okay, now efforts have been taken and India government is doing all that is possible. But the disadvantage for us, China is researching out with newer and newer technologies. And that is why their products are cheaper, number one, and more efficient. Okay, so government is trying all that is possible. So efforts from everybody is there. So yeah, a battery already I said, actual cell inside the pack imported from Korea, Japan, China and all. So now we understand what is happening. Those who are interested, if you have any doubts, I will share the links later and you can check yourself later. Okay. Of course, many find it, one moment. So what happened? I think I went to an unnecessary point. So my question, how do you feel to hear all about it? Solar panel, battery, everything from that country means what exactly we are doing? That's the question world is asking us, or we may ask us. And China started doing it from 2000. By 2010, they are having smartphone came, they are ready with batteries. Remember all these Redmi and all these phone coming, and we were all complaining Chinese batteries are not good and all those. That all they're researched out. Now we don't have any complaint with Chinese battery at all. And then 2020, battery recycling technology. That is why their batteries are cheaper. They also found a solution. We were also wondering, I say, suppose I buy a car and it costs us, battery costs us 6 to 7 lakhs rupees. What I may do after 3-4 years? Won't it be costly? Answer is there. They have the technology. They buy back it and process it and everything redone. And now I'm hearing they are ready with the sodium chloride battery also. And this all started in 1996. One American university research. One fellow finding out lithium iron phosphate can be used as cathode, not battery. And from there, then onward, China undertook. Other countries went with the NCM, nickel cadmium manganese battery, or nickel cobalt aluminum, not cadmium, nickel cobalt manganese or nickel cobalt aluminum. That's all. Okay, now we have the answer. Solar panel also mentioned. So this is the thing where I say we have 17%, they have 17%, and everything we buy from them. And you look at this model everywhere now. When you modern, the mobile market, or almost all the electronic items are come from China, because they have the processing technology, the skills to develop it. Why we are so? What does it mean when we are depending so much on this country? Another one, rare earth elements. If these all YouTube videos are there, if China stops supporting, and this is their trump card, a weapon against America also. The 17 rare earth elements are there, required by the This is not rare or anything, nothing. We have huge stock. Vietnam has huge stock. China also. But they know how to make it extract economically. And these rare earth elements are required for smartphones. 6, 7 of them. 8, 10 are required by the electric vehicles. All have to come from China. If China stops supplying, example, lambdanum, camera lens coating, if China stops, Indian automobile industry and the sensors, Indian automobile industry and Indian smartphone industry will be stuck. And they can produce cheaper phone. You can see Micromax, India's largest producer of phones till 2020. After that, they lost it. You can check website. The owner himself says they found it, they cannot beat them because of the low cost, because their country, they are producing everything and their materials are cheaper. And when you are buying, they put a margin, that's all. Okay, so this is China elements. So how they have reached this level, and that's what. And software also. And this is a core point of my presentation. Reforms in education, vocational. This is what with NEP government is trying to do. We have to admit we are nearly 20 years behind. BVOC, it has been introduced. What happened to our BVOC? BVOC courses, that's it. So reforms in vocational education in China, what is happening? They have dual track education, same system, our system only, polytechnic, college, engineering, everything. But the difference is 50% of their students are not in colleges. They go for the vocational courses. Not ITI, IIT, ITI and polytechnics. After +2 or 9th standard, they don't go. They go for skill-based. And that is why all these companies, if you are getting all the products from China, that is because all the countries are finding they have manpower. We have 17% of world population, but companies, even Apple also, when they came here, they realized that our students are not good enough. Our workforce is not as smart as that of China. You got it? We are all have theory learning is there. Practical learning, no. So that is the reason why China has a lot of demerits, but world population 17%, and they have everything, all technology, skill, patent, research, everything. Added to that, they have youngest days like this. Number 1. Number 2, strong industry collaboration, apprenticeship program. Yes, if you check the FR department of NAC report of all the colleges and AICT report submitted to various engineering colleges, everywhere collaborations are there. What kind of collaborations? Mostly paper-like. Why no patent? Very few patented products. What products are there? How many products have come out? So many patents filing, that is there. That is agreed. It is good. But out from that patent, how many of them are realized as products from India? You check yourself. Don't ask me. I don't take it critically for me, negatively for me. That's the reality. We have all for NAC rating or NIRF rating patents and collaborations are there. But in China, what happens? Read it carefully. Industry, Netherlands also same thing I told you. Philips, LED light, agriculture, strawberry farming. What Philips got to do with the strawberry farming? So the research out. There light somebody published it and the patent technology Philips is having. That's all. Okay. So here similarly, industry academia partnerships. So in that country, companies co-design courses. You are from Maharashtra. So Nasik belt is very well known for the wine industry. That's what we understand. Lots of wine farming, wine farmers are there. So what exactly? So that means that region is highly productive and good for wine industry. Okay. So, and there are many companies, agro-based companies may be there. And if they are designing courses, the students of the region, they have better opportunities. And when the companies are designing courses and the same courses are taught in, I'm not talking in the entire course. Some courses, it will be useful for the wine industry, wine farmers, everyone. Okay, that is how. So similarly, in China, this what happened. Each and every area, there will be some region is for semiconductor, some region is for a mobile phone, some region is for, but I would say, all this technology, battery. And there all know there will be a different training program. Courses are there. So students will be working half the time. 3-4 years, out of 3-4 years, 2 to 3 years, they will be doing their degree. Okay, and then the remaining 2 years of degree, they will be going to the factories. 50% of time in factories. So practicals you can consider as a kind of real life exposure to factory. This is what I was telling you about while I was showing you the Tesla factory. All those robots and machines. A student who is working there is apprenticeship, internship, and that's exactly what in the European countries and the Canada and all, Canadian education. So if you are doing a Canadian education, definitely you will be going to a factory and you will get factory internship. You got it? How is it in India? We know that all, okay? So this is second one, strong industry collaboration, apprenticeship. Third one, government investment. Chinese government has invested. If your engineering college is getting or college is getting 1 crore from your Chinese government, you are answerable. Your principal, your management, okay? Because that's a single party system, not like in India. And that is the key difference. They have a single party and 32 provinces are there, states are there. Each one has to follow strict rules and you are accountable. So what happened? So here also we received money, UGC, DVST, DST, ISCT, so many funding bodies are there. But what came out from the funds, I do not know. We do not know. Anyway, so now it has to know PM Musha, PM Rosa. So we have to see with or without government fund, you have to see that your college is having good lab, good training center, partnership with the good companies. Students will come. Otherwise, already I said enough about it. So I leave it to you. And don't blame the college or principal or the management. Teachers have a great role to do. You can take the initiatives and management and principal will be happy to support you. Okay, otherwise, yes. Then cultural mindset shift is very difficult thing. Can you think about sending your child to ITI, Polytechnic? Suppose your child is saying there is a lot of opportunities in the solar panel business. I want to learn about it. We will not. Even if you are willing, your parents will not be. Your parents or your relatives will not be. Or your society will not help. Because now we have all this big problem. Yeah, white collar job, blue collar job. But in China, it is all jobs are honorable. And you can see from the many YouTube videos in the nurseries and all, from a very young age, each young age kid, they learned some skill, craft skill, maybe cooking or maybe embroidery or maybe stitching. And so singing, playing, everything is there. Not play school alone. Along with that, now recently I was hearing they are learning the use of AI tools also. So from a very young age, suppose the left and right, when one is having some skill, others also will be what we call, interested in getting a skill. So that's the thing, cultural mind shift. And then what about the kind of skills required teachers? We have to bring in courses like that. And don't say you are from another department, you are from a commerce department, economics department, and this is not your area. Offer the course in the college. Now, while we were studying, this was not there. Okay, so now we have the freedom with NEP. A student can. Imagine a Hindi student, he is interested in studying AI and machine learning. He can. Okay, and robotics also, a zoology or a chemistry or other engineering branches students, they can. So students have the freedom to go for whatever courses, but for that, institution should be offering the course. Aided institutions and all, you will know that thinking like no state government salary or central government salary is there, we can go along for a long period of time. That will not happen. Private institutions, collaborations, international collaborations, all these students are watching. Social media is there to do the rest. So this is in China and all, AI, robotics, automation is compulsory. Outdated technology, no, you have to teach all these. Okay, R&D I'm leaving, private sector I'm leaving, reforms. So definitely all this introduction of all these courses, it necessitates what? Syllabus revision. Every semester, every year, you have to, not every semester, every year, you will be forced to revise your syllabus, bring in new practicals, new course materials, depending upon what is the market need. Okay, that's it. So that is my major point. Then industrial automation, all these are the courses maybe having, but no theory alone will not help. Good labs and all. internet, AI, and big data, and 3D printing, cloud computing, courses like this, AR, VR, all these are required. Okay, so that is the requirement like. Okay. So, and then assignments and seminars, that should be something very seriously taken. Students should be given seminar topics, assignments, okay, the topics which are relevant, not something from the syllabus. In most of the institutions, what they happen, they take the syllabus, split it and give it to the student. Okay, others also follow the same thing. But no, they have to, in the top-rated colleges, universities, international, global market and all, global scenario, they cannot, there are all strict rules are there. No student can copy, plagiarism test is a for assignment. Seminars how to be presented. So while a student is preparing for an assignment, yeah, he get thinking capacity, analytical capacity. Just imagine this is a problems faced by the automobile industry or the farmers in the tractor using farmers. When he is writing an assignment about it, it helps them to understand critical thinking, analytical ability, writing skill, and then comes presentation skill also. Engineer and non-engineer, whatever might be that. When you go for one student has the capacity to present ideas and then discussions. So while the presentation is seminar presentation doing in a class, what happened? The others also will be linking with them. Discussions are there, and that leads to better and better understanding. That's the thing. Okay. So what exactly you are doing in your institution, you decide. So far, no, generally it was not taken serious in this country, but international universities and other places, top-rated colleges, it is a very serious thing. No plagiarism. Seminars and assignments and seminars are very, very serious business. It is a skill development program only. Communication, teamwork, problem solving, then new knowledge. Okay, this all happens like. Okay. So, yeah, is there any questions or anything to ask me? For anybody? Anything to ask me? Hello, you are all there? Or nobody there?
Yes, sir, we are in.
Okay, so this is what. And is there any language and social science teachers? Because I understand it is all from, you're all from engineering college. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But even then, no, there is one question for, there is generally often a feeling, I do not know whether it is applicable to your institution. But anyway, this also keep in mind like, yeah, technology, everything that is fine. But what may happen to social sciences and languages? Just a general, there is a general feeling in the those branches, because if this is all about technology and all, what is going to happen to their field and all? So to highlight that, no, we would say all these apps, no, everything that is fine. But apps alone cannot survive. It requires something else. Language is there. Someone has to go to the farmer and talk about it. Who will do that? What kind of language would use to talk to the Marathi language or Tamil or Kerala farmers? And then they should understand the culture also. See, I'm from Kerala. And imagine I'm coming out with an app to your region, Maratha region. I should know the economic reality. That is what are the problems faced by cucumber farmers or cotton farmers or the region, or what are the linguistic priority, what is the culture. Imagine the culture, what I said, see, vegetarian, non-vegetarian, and below soil, above soil, lot of cultural difference are there. App may not be knowing all this. To explain all these, no, social science language teachers are there, and they should be knowing all this technique also. Fintech app, any app for that matter. So language and social science teachers, we used to say that you have to teach. See, while we were studying, we were not having all these apps. But the present generation student, suppose an economic student, he is attending AI class and all, he'll come to know, then he'll think how that app can be used in this field. And when he become a teacher, definitely he'll be teaching the right direction. Unfortunately for us, we are not having it. We teachers were not having it. So AI can do all this, data specialist. They can provide you a lot of data, but the interpretation of data, who will do? I know it very well because I'm a biologist. A certain ecological data, animal-based, plant-based. I may not be knowing AI technology, but if I know it very well, I know which tool to be used and think that way. That's what we used to say. So data alone will not help. Giving to a system, app will do something, but interpretation is there. Okay, financial tools also same thing. And then some cases, what happens? Some products have to be told. You have developed an app to be sold in the families or in the Marathi region. Yeah, you have to explain to the farmers in the language, storytelling. Sometimes it will be empathy. Yeah, and then using their emotions and all. This is all the only narrative intelligence is the word, narration. We know how to make it arguments, and there will be newspaper articles, everything against, and then we have to somehow correct language be used to see that that product is sold. Otherwise, the product made by the engineering department will not go through. It will be a failure. It has happened with many products. Many good products came into the market, but see, imagine what happened when this Paytm and all this app came into India some 3-4 years back. What was the negative feeling? Now everything has changed. Okay, so that only humans can do. AI cannot do everything. Okay, so AI has speed, yes, data processing and all. Another thing is emotional resilience. I'll tell you an emotional example, one example. See, the Dasara and Ugadi in Onam in Kerala and all, that is a time when no students will spending a lot of money. So yeah, an app knows that, a culturally aware app. They know that how to highlight the festival specific budgeting tips or offer cash offer back or 50% off and all that to local marches, all these things, no. So the app will be knowing, but app alone itself will not be understanding what exactly is a Dasara, Ugadi and all. That's the thing. Okay. Then another one is the computer teachers are here. And when they come to know what kind of language they used, that also they should understand. Yeah, because regional languages, no, they are not having all these AI tools and all their regional, see, not that way. Computational languages, yeah, they should be knowing what kind of language it used. I'll take one example, social media. In Marathi social media, what language be used? You may be a teacher, computer engineer agreed, but, and for that, the kind of language, the kind of words to be used, others cannot. I'm from Kerala or from teacher from Tamil Nadu. No, they will not be doing which idiom, which local context, what word to be used. See, for example, then Me Too. See, some 10 years ago, this Me Too, not 5 years, yeah, 5 years ago, this Me Too was not there. And this is a sign, Me Too movement and all. So these are the kind of shared language used in social media platforms, and that also. Yeah, and a person from the engineering background, he knows that. So here all what we see, the use of utility of language and the culture and the emotions and all. Then another one, asking an app to write a text. Often we see that it lacks emotion because apps know they are unable to analyze the sentiment analysis. It cannot do a certain, beyond a level. Otherwise, we have to say that you make it sad and you make it happy, and this is the word you have to use it and all. Okay. And same is the problem, authorship analysis also. So here all these are the areas where literary analysis is necessary. So language and social sciences, that is necessary. Text analysis, language modeling. Then with so many regional languages. See, the word I use in Malayalam for certain emotions, it is not there in Hindi. I'll take you to one example and stop it here. AI, literal translation. Suppose you are trying to translate this Hindi phrase. Is it Hindi? Yes. This Hindi, Hindu, into English. So this will happen. Marathi, you give to AI tool, right? AI will translate like that because no, they don't have the capacity. Regional languages, no, each regional language there will be metaphors, idioms, cultural references. AI cannot. Okay, and there human being becomes necessary. Okay, so that's what we say. Language teachers are necessary in such cases like, okay. So that's all. If at all anybody asks you, counter argue with you, all these are no. And you also have to, if you have seen, though you are from the engineering background, when you get opportunity to interact with the social sciences languages, what can they will be asking the question to us. Many teachers used to ask me what to do. I said, this is your area and you have to find out what to be done. I am not the person to do it all. I think I did I share this slide? No. You are seeing it? This is the example I said. Literal meaning, yeah, NLP, text analysis, discourse analysis on social media, where no, all these are required. Okay. So for that, no, we require the assistance of teachers from social science or such languages. Okay, computer linguistics. And then another one was about the cultural spending pattern. Dasara season, Ugadi season, and or the Christmas season, Onam season, how it varies, what kind of language be used by the apps for to persuade the people to or to offer the farmers, the offerings and all. So during the harvesting period, farmers will have a lot of money. Okay, so in your region, which harvesting and what time happens and all, only an economics or social sense will be knowing. And a computer spec, he will be knowing big data analysis and all. They'll be getting data, but to interpret the data meaningfully. Okay, so what's the culture of the region, and then what words to be used to make an item popular, and there again comes the marketing strategy. That all you require this kind of languages. So I come to an end of my session, and regarding one more video, I hope it will be useful for you. It is somewhat recent for me. Recently, I have seen it. Just one moment. Those who are in, you can see it. The modern greenhouses in the Europe and all, so in the Denmark, which we have seen earlier. Just one moment. Please wait one moment. Okay. See, what you see in this picture is a greenhouse farm area. It is from the Netherlands and all. And here now what I want to show you is how now for the pest management also, AI and digital sensors, and how this is being popular now last 2 to 3 years, this is development. Okay, that you have to see it.
Now, growing fruit and vegetables in greenhouses are one of the most sustainable solutions to feeding the world's growing population, especially at a time when suitable
this is a greenhouse from the top, how it looks like.
farming is becoming even more limited.
Labor these days is one of the biggest challenges of our horticulture industry. Actually, where also our partners not even have enough labor these days. Looking at where we are today, our first fleet operational deployed at Westburg Growers, it's a huge milestone for us. The 4Growers GR200 harvesting robot is at the moment capable of harvesting loose pick snacking tomatoes, grape tomatoes and cherry tomatoes. Looking at the speed and the accuracy of our robot harvester, these days we are already reaching labor savings up to 50%. And that's actually just the beginning.
Thanks to the robot fleets, day and night harvesting, we can complete the harvesting process with fewer people. And this allows us to perform other crop work to the next level and elevating our entire business operations. And we are looking forward to scale up with 4Growers and work with more robots.
So here all you see boosting productivity. That's what I told you earlier. Boosting productivity in modern technologies. Okay. And there is one more, insect control with drones.
Growing fruit and vegetables in greenhouses are one of the most sustainable solutions to feeding the world's growing population, especially at a time when suitable farmland is becoming even more limited.
Labor these days is one of the biggest challenges of our horticultural industry. Actually, where also our partners not even have enough labor these days.
Just one moment. This is the last video.
Introducing extremely small drones that hunt flying insects. Take moths, for example, which you may know from your backyard. As a pest, they are also a major cause in greenhouses. Moth enters the greenhouse, it finds itself in heaven. Here, they can easily reproduce as there are no natural predators, and the use of insecticides is not a preferred solution. Nature solves insect overpopulation by slowly evolving natural predators. Using this as an inspiration and enabled by recent advancements in drone technology, bats developed an artificial predator that intercepts moths mid-air. Just like nature, we built them fast and small. So small that they're safe around humans. And so fast, even cats look surprised. Our system monitors and controls moth populations in greenhouses. Plagues are kept in check while the ecological balance is sustained. The drones never sleep and are always ready for action. They'll stay inside so that we don't impact the natural environment. The autonomous bat system controls pests so that the grower can rest assured. We protect your crops and provide sustainable insect control as a service. Bats. Our drone.
So this is the skill and modern technology which is happening in a different part of the world, and yeah, our R&D, and in India also there are isolated efforts are there. Okay, so we have to learn from all this. You have to think about it, and that's how the developed regions, other regions are marching, including China. Okay, China is the country with the second largest GDP. Okay, how they have reached that level? That's it. Okay, thank you very much. And now I come to end of my session. If you have any queries, any questions, no, I won't be having any ready-made answers. Okay. But as I told in the very beginning, yes, this is required for our survival also. Student community, teachers, our survival, because we require students to come to institution, and for the country's economic growth. Okay, fine. So thank you. If there is a coordinator, somebody, you can give the vote of thanks. Otherwise, I'm leaving.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I am from SND College, Yeola.
Yeah, thank you.
Professor Gujarati, sir. Sir, I want to thank you for this wonderful session. I would like to ask participants also if any questions participants may ask. If any participant want to ask. Okay, I think no one is asking.
I'm not surprised because my sessions generally end up like people know because new technology when I say, yeah, because no, there itself I have given the answers also. Okay, because
Sir, I would like to ask you one question. That is, actually in regular practice, we teach core academic theory. Theoretically, we teach, and nowadays NEP means we're saying that you should practical, more emphasis on practical skill oriented.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We need to balance. How we can balance actually? Sometimes it.
I tell you, this is the same problem faced by all other colleges also. Okay. So we have to bring in courses. See, what is the point in just teaching theoretically, say same thing again and again? That's of no use to anybody here. And after 3-4 years, no, we all also forget it if we are not practicing it. Okay. At the same time, you are in a region where, suppose some industry is there, and then you are one semester, some papers, when you are relating with that, or based on the local needs of the farmers of that region, your company or your institution is focusing on certain courses, and that will help them. And then how to bring into the curriculum and listen, because the problem for us, yeah, we have to understand the basics of all this theory, academy, everything that is there. But one semester, okay, or at least 2 semesters, and that's what. And most of the institutions are doing that. And there should be practicals which are relevant to the region, sir. The one which is relevant for my region in Kerala may not be the one which is needed for Bengal region where some other industry is there, or in Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra region where that is necessary. So that is what skill sector councils and all that is there, no? Okay, so your institution has to find out which course will be having more opportunities. Instead of, here what happened, it's all a herd kind of policy. One person does it and all others follow the same thing. And finally, what happened? Everyone will be competing for limited options, and everybody and everything will be a failure. Like, okay. So that is the option, like I feel. I hope I am clear.
Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for this.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Mm, mm.
Okay, in that case, yeah. If any more questions, no, you can ask me.
Mm. I think there is no questions from sir participants.
Yeah, think
So
about it. That is what I would say. A NEP, why? Because it is sensitization orientation, sir. So we give an idea. This is what happening in different part of the world, and they have done like this. Why we have not done it? That's why we have to do it. And then autonomous colleges, no, they have more freedom. I do not know engineering colleges that not. Yeah, autonomous engineering colleges are there. Yes, and they can, and they're the management and principal. And actually, the management principal may not be aware of it, so that no idea should go from the teachers. Okay, so this is what needed, and the way it is going on, no, this is not sufficient. And when we discuss like that, it may be they may be listening to you, especially when you're having good research and collaborative efforts or no. That's what I understand. Okay, government institutions is a different thing, but other individual managements, no, they will listen to your ideas and all if it is workable. Yes, I hope I'm right in your perspective also, sir.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Mm. So, sir, I think we should conclude now. So,
Yes, sir. Yes.
So, sir, on behalf of all participants, I am very thankful of you for this wonderful session. And I think that the suggestions and the guidelines given by you will definitely implement our institute, and it will be definitely grow our students as well as our institute will grow, and it will helpful for our nation building also. So, thank you so much, sir, once again.
Yeah, thank you, Tushar Gujrati sir, and then Sanjay Patel sir, Vishal Thakre sir, and all for your thanks and all. So thank you for
Yes.
listening to me. Rachana Patel, miss, listening to me nearly 3 hours. Okay, and I'll be sharing the PowerPoint generally, so you can check yourself and see. Okay, so it will be easy for you. Okay, fine. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So I request all the participants kindly leave the meeting. The session is over now.